You wake up and it's probably going to be like, 8, 9 o'clock, and you've only got a couple of hours left. What's going on, guys? Tyson Brown here with another fasting tip for you all. So if you're looking to do longer periods of fasting, like I like to do once a month, or I do a 24-hour fast, that can actually be extremely beneficial too. And if you're someone who wants to do it on a weekly occasion, once a week when you're trying to learn fat, it is a very, very powerful tool. So if you want to know more about this, I just want to share with you guys some of the insights that I've got so far, because I'm actually doing this today. And one thing that I've noticed is when it comes to doing a full 24-hour fast, you do need to prepare ahead of time, okay? You need to know when you're going to do this, and you need to think about what's going to come up for the day. So what I always suggest is don't do this on a day where you need to be extremely productive, especially when it's your first time. Because if it's your first time doing it, you're probably going to struggle. You're going to feel hungry, you're going to feel moody, and you're just going to be, your head's going to be all over the place. It's going to be extremely hard. So that's one thought you guys want to think about when you first actually experience this fasting, okay? So just prepare ahead of time, think about, okay, what's a day? Usually do it on a weekend, maybe on a Sunday, or even from a Saturday night, from after you go out with your friends, you just won't eat until the next Sunday or something like that. Do it on a time where it's not going to affect work or anything like that, just because you want to get used to it first. So always just prepare ahead of time, first of all, like I say, and so you're not going to be scatterbrained and all over the place. Because I promise you, the first time you do it, it's probably going to be hard because you're going to be getting hunger signals. The second thing I want to talk to you guys about is this is actually an okay time for you to drink coffee, for you to drink green tea, obviously, or black tea, obviously with no calories in it. But to help prevent that hunger and the starvation, prevent hunger and to keep your mental clarity, you can just say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna have some black coffee. Like today, for me doing my 24-hour fast, I've had one black coffee and I've had one decaf coffee, and that's all I'm having so far, and that's gonna hold me off until the end of my fast. So just think about that. You can have your zero calorie drinks to help keep that starvation away, because you are going to have those hunger signals, and at the end of the day you want to have the productivity too. So if you still want to get stuff done, black coffee can be your friend. I only have one a day, but if you want more, you can have more. Just make sure it doesn't mess up with your sleep either. So number 2, drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of, like you would usually follow if you're doing the normal intermittent fasting. You drink water, you make sure you drink carbonated water if you're going to have that, like soda water or mineral water, and you also have your black coffees too, to keep away the hunger, or green tea, or any other stuff you guys like. It's up to you. Just make sure no sweeteners, okay? Because sweeteners signal to your brain and to your body to say, hey, there's sugar coming in. So you cannot be consuming any type of sweetener, all right? The third thing I want to share with you guys when it comes to that is also another way to keep hunger is to exercise. So when you're actually exercising, you stop your hunger signals, okay? After you finish exercising, you probably will get hungry again, but when you go and keep yourself preoccupied, when you go and exercise, when you go and, your body goes into a different type of mode and it stops hunger signals. It shunts away blood flow to your gut and sends it to your extremities instead, so that way you're not going to have hunger. And that's one thing I found to be extremely helpful. Go for a run, go and do some weights. Don't do anything too heavy, because if you're going to be lightheaded and you're going to have a low blood sugar, clearly you don't want to pass out. But if you just go and do some type of light cardio, like low intensity training, it's way really beneficial for you. And another thing is try and start it earlier in the day before, okay? So I actually started my fast yesterday at 5:30, because that's the time I usually finish eating anyways. And right now it is 3:30, so I've only got 2 more hours left, right? And so the earlier you eat during the day before, the easier it's going to be for you to get to that 24 hours, because when you sleep, that's already 80 hours gone, right? And if you stop eating, let's say 4 or 3 o'clock, or even midday, if you stop eating at midday, and then you go and do the rest of your day, because you've already got food in your stomach from midday on Saturday, and then you go and do the rest of your stuff you got to do, and then it comes to night time, and you're just chilling out, and then you go to bed. You wake up and it's probably going to be like, 8, 9 o'clock, and you've only got a couple of hours left before that 24-hour fast is done. So the earlier you make your fast during the day before, it's going to be way easier when it comes to breaking it. So that's just another thing you guys can do too. It's going to be way more easier for you to stick to when you do those certain things, okay? So let's go over what I've talked about really quickly for you guys who are going to try a 24-hour fast. Number one is to make sure that you're going to prepare ahead of time. Do it on a day where you don't have to be extremely productive or extremely active or anything like that, and kind of just ease yourself into it. Prepare what you're going to do for the day. You know, it might be a Sunday where you go and do your food shopping, and you go and do all those, you know, little medial tasks that don't take up a lot of energy or brain power. Number two, keep that hunger at bay like you usually would, with some black coffee, with some mineral water or soda, mineral water or carbonated water, green tea, any of those things, but no sweetened beverages, okay? No broths either. People have asked me about broths. Broths contain calories, so you can't be having that. Number three, you want to make sure that you are going to be doing some type of exercise to help prevent that hunger, because at the end of the day, you do not want to be hungry all day. It's going to be very, very hard. And like I said, also drink your black coffee so you can stay productive too. And if you do those things, like, I mean, even now, like your first time, it's going to be hard. I'm telling you that, okay? You're going to feel hunger. Hunger does not mean anything. You are going to experience hunger sometimes, and this is just one of those times that you're going to be able to do it too. It's actually funny, I'm a little bit all over the place at the moment just talking to you guys, because I've been doing a lot of work in the meantime while I've actually been fasting. And that's the one thing you're probably actually going to experience too. You're going to have more productivity because you don't have to think about food in that time. Like for me, I've just been banging out work on the computer, doing emails, doing all that stuff, and just kind of knuckling down because I haven't actually had to worry that much about, oh, I've got to get up, I've got to get make a feed and stuff like that. I've kind of just been sitting down, boom, crunching it all out. So that's just my little 24-hour update for you guys. If you want to give it a try, if you have any other questions, make sure to comment down below, and don't forget to click the link down below to get your free Kickstart guide to start you on the intermittent fasting journey. Till next time, speak to you guys then.